This is BBC One for the Midlands.
Good evening, I'm Samina Ali Khan. A teenager has been praised by firemen after pulling a family of 3 from their burning home. Hearing their screams for help, he kicked in the door and led them outside, as Robin Punt reports.
So hot it cracked a TV screen, the fire in Foleshill in Coventry broke out early this morning. Asleep on a sofa, 5-year-old Robert Fox oblivious to the danger. Alerted by a smoke alarm, Ryan Dunn and Sue Fox believed they were trapped upstairs, until their neighbour smashed the door down and led them out through the smoke.
I reckon if I couldn't have got that door open within the time I did, look at the baby, probably would have been dead easily.
Because it was near to where the fire was?
Yeah, he was right next to it actually.
Our crews arrived on the scene to find that Tony and the family were outside of the burning building. They had to resuscitate them. They all needed oxygen therapy from our crews and the ambulance crews.
While the fire brigade investigate, Ryan, Sue and little Robert are being treated for smoke inhalation.
We've been keeping an eye on them throughout the day now in case there's any ill effects. They will be reviewed by the doctors later on this afternoon to make sure everything's okay, and hopefully they'll all be well and be able to be discharged.
The family don't feel up to talking on camera, but when I spoke to them earlier inside, they asked me to pass on their thanks to the neighbour who saved their lives and to the firefighters who saved their home.
A fleet of Jaguar cars from Coventry has returned home after a 400-mile tour of England to raise cash for abused children. The drivers say it's been a huge success.
This year we've raised £25,000, which is going directly to Ball House, which is a facility in Coventry which is looking after children who have been abused by other children. And throughout the year we raise lots and lots of money basically from different events such as this.
A haven for otters, wading birds and wildflowers was opened today by the famous botanist who turned the first sod at the site 2 years ago. Professor David Bellamy was back in Worcestershire to plant the final reed at the new wetland reserve. Joe Brame was also there.
In his usual ebullient style, Professor David Bellamy declared the Gwen Finch Wetland Reserve near Pershore in Worcestershire officially open. 2 years ago, this flourishing reserve looked like a building site as work started to restore the habitat to how it would have been in Roman times. Since then, over 150,000 reeds have been planted. Well, nearly. David Bellamy was there to plant the last one and sing happy birthday to it.
Happy birthday to you. Just look at the flowers we've got. Purple loosestrife here, reed mace, we've got the real bulrush. All those things come back. That produces nectar, that produces pollen, that produces insects. This place is now buzzing with biodiversity.
The hope is that the site will attract primarily otters back to their natural habitat, and in doing so, other wildlife will follow. To keep the wetland reserve a true sanctuary, it's closed to the public, but the Trust will hold occasional open days like today in the future.
On now to the day's cricket, starting with one result in the county championship where Worcestershire have beaten Derbyshire by an innings and 3 runs. In the National League, Gloucestershire have beaten by Kent by 28 runs in a low-scoring match. And at Grace Road, Leicestershire have beaten Surrey by 128 runs. The Midlands weather now, and a mainly dry evening and night with variable amounts of cloud, minimum temperature 10 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, any showers will be few and far between, most places remaining dry with occasional sunny spells. Maximum temperature 19 degrees Celsius. Well, that's all for today. Tomorrow on Midlands Today, we'll be witnessing the first high-speed test run of the new Birmingham-built tilting trains. So join us at 6:30 tomorrow evening. For now, though, enjoy the rest of the weekend and have a lovely evening. Good night. Bye-bye.